nothing like a good home-cooked meal. That chuck wagon chow at a roundup isn't too bad for the first couple of days, but...
Well, Pa, the way I figured, if we could just buy up about 500 or 600 more acres, we might just about be able to break even.
House's appetite's an old joke around here, Will.
It sure is. Fact is that my little brother down here is just jealous of my gastronomic appreciation.
All right, boys, we got a lot of work yet to do, so let's get back to it. Are the horses ready?
Saddled them all myself, Paul.
Oh, that's why you ate so much.
Well, today we're going to show you a section of the Ponderosa that you haven't seen yet. There's some pretty exciting plans for it, too. I want you to tell me what you think about them.
You mind if I stay home, Ben?
So, aren't you feeling well?
I guess I'm just a little tired after the roundup.
I keep forgetting you're not used to the ranch work. Sure, you stay home. That'll give you a little extra time to, think about our conversation.
I have thought about it.
I know that you've been wandering around a lot since your father died. Wandering has its exciting aspects, I know that. But, well, the Ponderosa can be a pretty exciting place, too, if you let it.
It isn't always easy for a man to change his ways, Ben.
No, you're right. Sure. Well, you take your time and think about that conversation.
I promise you that.
We'll probably be back after dark.
Maybe I'll find an answer by then.
Will isn't coming.
What's bothering him anyhow, Paul?
It's a difficult adjustment for him to make. Don't forget, he's been on his own ever since my brother died.
He's still a Cartwright. Why doesn't he just relax?
Anything we can do about it?
Yeah. Go about our own business and leave him to his.
Cochise.
What's the matter?
He's got a loose shoe, Pa, I think. He's been favoring his front left. Yeah, it's loose all right, Pa. I better go back to the house and fix it. Why don't you ride on ahead? I'll catch up.
Come on, boss.
Yeah.
What are you doing back so soon?
Told my pa I had a loose shoe on the horse. I really wanted to come back and talk to you.
What about?
I don't know. I was just wondering if there was anything about any one of us that was bothering you. Look, Will, I can't understand why it's taking you so long to make up your mind whether you want to stay on here.
Joe, will you stop pushing? Joe, It's not you. It's not any of you. It's me. I don't know that I'm cut out for the kind of life you lead here on the Ponderosa.
What do you mean, the kind of life that we lead here? Now, what's so different about it here?
Look, Joe. Having the Cartwright name doesn't make me the kind of Cartwright you are. I've wandered all over the world, and I've done a little bit of everything a man can do. And trying to settle down in one place, nice as it is, might just not be possible for me anymore.
Look, I don't care what kind of troubles you've had in the past. And whether you're going to have more troubles in the future, that doesn't make any difference either. No matter what it is, your troubles are our troubles. Will, we're family here. That's what I want you to understand. Look, I'll level with you. It means an awful lot to my pa whether you stay here or not. That's why I want you to make up your mind. The longer you wait, the more it's going to hurt him. All right, I'll stop pushing you. You think about it. I better get going. I can't fool him about that horse too long.
Joe, you've just helped me make up my mind.
See you tonight.
I'm Lieutenant Bancroft from Fort Wheeler. Where's Ben Cartwright?
He's not here. Can I help you, Lieutenant?
Who are you?
Will Cartwright.
Never heard of any Will Cartwright.
Well, I never heard of a Lieutenant Bancroft. You want to wait inside or out?
This matter we have on hand won't wait.
Door's open. Make up your mind. I'm leaving anyway.
Cartwright, walk those horses dry. Wagner, bring them in. Put them over there. He needs a doctor. If I didn't have to get him back to the fort alive, I'd just as soon settle for an undertaker.
Who is he?
Name's Lee Hewitt. Wanted in 4 states. Caught him and his gang trying to ambush the Army pay wagon south of Carson Sink.
Too bad you didn't get the others, Lieutenant. That means you're a dead man.
Looks kind of young to be such a prize, Lieutenant.
Young, mean, and clever. No matter what he looks like.
Well, he's your problem, Lieutenant. Stay as long as you need. I'm sure my uncle won't mind.
You seem pretty anxious to ride away from here. Where are you going? I want an answer.
Look, my eager young friend. Now, you've only got my word for it that I'm a Cartwright. And all that tells me that you're a cavalry officer is that uniform.
Go on.
Ben's my uncle. And I got 3 cousins. Their names are Adam, Huss, and Little Joe.
We'll call it a draw. On your way, stop by in town and send back a doctor. I'll appreciate it.
Well, since you put it that way, I guess I can find the time.
Now, where can I clean up?
You'll find everything you need upstairs. Here.
Thanks. You got a drink?
It'll make that wound bleed more.
I got plenty left.
Okay.
It's a nice ranch. Must feel good to be part of something like this.
I'm not part of it.
I thought I heard you say your name was Cartwright. This is a Cartwright spread, ain't it?
So what?
So nothing. Except I just always wanted something like this all my life. Hey, maybe I could take your place, huh? I mean, maybe I could talk a deal with that lieutenant, huh? Good joke.
You tell me another one like that, and I'll let you bleed to death.
You know, you and me, we ought to have a talk.
Can't do much talking on the end of a rope, lad.
You know, you're all right. You got the look of an outsider. And I know just how that feels.
heard Ben talk about you several times, young fella. Mighty glad to meet you at last.
Thank you, Doc.
Ben says you might be staying with us permanently. Haven't seen him so happy about anything in a long while. Maybe when we meet next time, we can have a nice, friendly chat.
If I was staying.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, young fella. Bet Ben was too, huh?
He doesn't know about it yet.
Didn't mean to pry. Just interested, that's all.
Wagner, you're gonna do that, do it outside. Outside, both of you, and stand watch.
Ow! You trying to kill me, Doc?
You're making a lot of fuss, young fella. It ain't in that bad. Or that deep. Here. Bite on this.
I don't need that.
Bite!
You gonna tell me how lucky I am?
No.
Thanks.
Doc, if you're still here when my uncle gets back, tell him I made up my mind. He'll understand.
What about those two troopers?
They were too busy eating fried chicken to keep a sharp lookout.
Made it nice and easy for Charlie and me.
Lee, why? Why?
It took you long enough to get here.
Yeah, I know. I lost your trail a couple of times. She tried to make another break for it. When are we going to get rid of her? She's nothing but trouble.
I'll decide what to do with my own wife. Oh, yeah, Mr. Cartwright. This is my wife, Emma. All even, little boy blue. You know, you two done me a big favor, and I'd sure like to pay you back. Now, I don't mind leaving pieces of evidence around. I don't like to leave witnesses. Now, why'd you do that?
Haven't you done enough? Won't you ever be satisfied?
No, I won't. Now, you just keep your mouth shut.
Hey, look, Lee, there's a safe over here.
Hey, wait a minute. When that lieutenant came in, he asked for Ben Cartwright. Now, if he's top man around here, he'd have a combination. So all we have to just do is sit here and wait for him. Yeah, and won't he be surprised to have an ambush at his own ranch house? Let you take Charlie and get little boy Blue over there and get rid of him and them troopers outside and hide the horses.
There'll be 4 Cartwrights coming back.
4?
That's right. Ben and his 3 sons. Now, there could be some gunplay. I don't think you're in any shape for it.
What's that to you?
When Ben and his boys come back, they're not going to be eating fried chicken, amigo.
Well, I can handle them, amigo.
You sure of that?
You trying to make a deal?
You know, somewhere along the line, I knew you'd get that idea. All right. I'll get you the money out of the safe. That's nothing. What's really important is that you don't know this country. And after what you just did, there's going to be a lot of people chasing you that do. Now, I'll lead you out of here. And I know a lot of places to hide along the way while we're doing it. That sounds like a fair deal. Your life for mine.
You could lead us right into a posse, too, couldn't you?
and run the risk of getting killed in the middle of a gunfight? I'm not that stupid. How about it?
I don't know.
All right. Stay here. Fight it out with the Cartwrights for a few measly hundred I can hand you.
What about him?
Well, you'll need him to watch that wound for a few days. After that, you won't need him anymore.
You know something? I think that you and I could get along real well together.
Why not?
You and me, we're the same. Both of us outsiders. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong about that. I'd rather ride alone than be tied to a spread, no matter how good it looks from the inside. And this one looks pretty good.
You know something, mister? You make a lot of sense. Maybe you can be some help after all, even though your name is Cartwright.
No, it isn't. No, it's just thieving traitor.
You just be glad you're living.
You might come in pretty handy. Okay, we'll do it your way. First, let me have your gun belt. Now, you just remember, there's going to be 4 guns watching you, because we don't know yet just how much of an outsider you are. Get out the safe.
You really think he can help us?
Uh-huh. Unless he's thinking of tricking us.
Well, we can always kill him if he tries something like that, can't we?
Well, we're going to do that anyway. Yes, sir, we're going to do that anyway.
No light, Bo.
I'll go light a lamp.
Looks like Will went to bed early.
Well, he said it was pretty dark from the roundup. Why'd you put the horses in?
Yeah.
You tired, too? I'm ready for bed.
Will's saddlebags are gone. He always leaves them here.
Probably put in his room.
Have a look. Will's not in his bed.
Probably went for a ride, maybe went to town.
I don't think so. Look, Pa, I lied to you today when I told you there was something wrong with my horse. I just used that as an excuse to come back and talk to Will.
Huh?
Look, I know how much it meant to you to have Will stay here with us. I know how happy you would have been if Will would have come with us today. I just wanted Will to know how we felt, that we felt the same way, that we wanted him to be part of the family.
And?
Well, he said he didn't know one way or the other. I said, well, make up your mind. Make up your mind whether you're going to go or whether you're going to stay. I didn't want him to wait and then hurt you later on.
Go on.
And when I left, he told me I'd helped him to make up his mind. I guess I helped him in the wrong way.
I just can't believe that you just go off without saying goodbye or...
It's my fault. I pushed him too hard. It's my fault that he's gone.
No, Joe, it's not your fault. Roy's a grown man. He's old enough to make his own decisions. He'll be back again. Sure, he'll be back again.
I hope so, Pa.
Sorry we can't offer you any, but it wasn't enough to go around.
coffee?
Dolph?
Now?
Now. You done a good job, Cartwright. And we're just as safe as we can be. I'm sorry we can't take you and the doc along with us.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself? We're not that far out of Ponderosa country yet.
We'll do fine from here on out.
What'll you do for money? You said yourself there wasn't that much in the safe.
That's something we know how to get without your help.
Like that Army payroll, where you wound up with a bullet in you. I suppose I told you that I knew where and when a government stage is coming through. And it's right on our way out of here.
Where?
Not far. It'll have twice as much gold on it as you've ever seen. Now, wouldn't you like to leave here with those saddlebags full? Instead of a few $100s?
I don't trust him.
Shut up. How much gold?
You won't know that till you open the strong box. But I'll tell you this, if you kill me now, you'll never know.
That's right. When's it coming through?
I'll let you know when. In the meantime, you'll be perfectly safe here till it's time to ride.
But we get rid of him now.
Okay, kill the doc. But if that wound busts open, don't ask me to fix it for you.
You trying to tell me what to do?
That's right. Look, I know you get a kick out of killing us, but, what'd you think about it? What buys more? 2 dead men? Or what's gonna be on that stage?
Okay. But you just better be right. Because you're only gonna have one chance to prove it.
That's all I ask.
You sure must like living, Cartwright. Buying time the way you do. You're lucky I'm so greedy. You just leave him be for now.
Don't feel too bad about it, Dolph. Well, there'll be something in it for you. Maybe you can ambush the driver and the guard from behind. I bet you like that.
That's enough. I said that's enough. Enough! You know, I'm starting to like you all over again, Cartwright. You handle yourself pretty good.
The money with you, haven't you?
No. Not me, Pa.
That's funny. I had a couple $100 in the safe. It's gone now. It's empty.
Hey, well, maybe Horst needed it for something.
Yeah, well, I'll check with him later. Anyway, pick up some cash at the bank before you get the supplies, huh?
Hey, where's Horst anyway? Isn't he going with us?
No, he's back at the barn there chopping down some dead trees before they get blown down. I'll see you later.
Come.
Boy, I was just starting around there and back, and I found something. You ought to come look for yourself. It's 3 dead soldiers back there in their bush. Looks like the lieutenant was shot and the other 2 stabbed.
Adam, fetch Sheriff Coffee out here.
Oh, you don't suppose we'll, too?
We better start looking around.
Come on, come here.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, honey. Just how long you gonna stay mad at me?
You should know.
Nah, but that ain't right. I mean, you're my wife, even though you ain't worn my ring since we had that little misunderstanding.
Is that what you want to call it?
Oh, honey, it's just 'cause I want you so much.
As a wife or a woman?
Keep your eyes off me and listen. I'm not part.
I'm not interested.
I'm sorry I had to hit you so hard, Doc.
I said I don't want to talk to you, you filthy traitor.
Listen, I had to do everything I could to convince Lee that I was on his side. It was the only way I could think of getting him away from the ranch, saving Ben and the others from an ambush and keeping you and me alive. There's still a long shot that we're going to get out of this. But you've got to play along with me. Wait our time.
Sure hope you don't have to do any more proving.
Now, things are just gonna work out fine. But you gotta shut your sweet little eyes
To the
some...
kind of man you've become. What would you do if I tried to run away again? Would you shoot me this time?
Oh, come on now, that's just plain silly. Besides, you're bound to see it my way sometime.
All I see is dirt.
Hey, now, I know it'll convince you. As soon as we finish here, I'm gonna take you to San Francisco. Now, I promise you, we'll have all the money we ever need. And we don't have to go scratching a living out of the ground the way our folks did. I'm gonna buy you the best house with fancy furniture and servants and all the best people entertained. And I'm gonna open a saloon, better than any saloon they have in St. Louis. And every time you walk in, I'm gonna have that band play something special. Something special for Mrs. Lee Hewitt, just so everybody will know who you are. Don't that sound wonderful?
Sounds horrible.
Fred, you and Ernie best get back to town and get some men together for a posse. Ben, are you sure you ain't got no idea what happened?
Right, tell you, I don't know. Maybe whoever it was that robbed the safe was surprised by Lieutenant Barr and his men. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Where was Will when all this happened?
He wasn't here.
Well, I saw Will and the doc riding out toward the Ponderosa yesterday.
Oh, did you see the doc this morning?
No, I didn't.
I bet you they got caught up in this somehow. Well, let's start looking.
Yeah, have a drink. Fair ladies. Fair ladies. Now, let's see what I got here. I'm a loser. Lost again.
Listen, I want to talk to you. I'm not one of them.
Is that why you joined them?
Only to stay alive. Save my family and Doc. He knows. I'm stalling for all the time I can get. Give the posse a chance to close in.
I don't care. It's all over for Lee and me anyhow.
Lost again.
I can't figure you with that.
You're good when we were first married.
What changed him?
hatred. After his father was killed in a barroom brawl, Lee started... I thought if we left St. Louis, he'd gradually forget the hate, make a new life somewhere out here. It wasn't easy. Then he met the others. They showed him the fast way to make money. 2 months later, he was showing them.
And you tried?
How to stop him. Oh, I even tried to leave him. A month ago. When he caught up to me. Well, afterwards, he took me to a doctor, and when the man finished fixing me up, he looked at Lee and said if he ever saw him again, he'd kill him. Since then, I've been watched, day and night.
If I make a move against Lee, will you help me?
I believe we split up here, we cover a lot more territory.
Yeah, I think you're right. Joe, you and Adam, you go with Roy. Hoss, you come with me.
All right, boy.
I want you to ride out of here to Virginia City.
What about you and the doc?
We'll be all right, as long as we can keep Lee thinking about all that money that's around here. When you do it. All right, now listen. The trail begins about a mile down. Now find someone who'll get word to my family that we're holed up on the old quarry road. Now if they miss us here, tell them that I'm going to steer Lee back by the Rim Rock stage station. I'll try to keep Duff busy. The minute you see me start talking to him, make your way over to the horses. Can you ride bareback?
Yes.
You're quite a gal.
What do you think you're doing?
Duff, if I'd have known you packed such a good right hand, I'd have never tangled with you.
Get back over there with the others.
Listen, we got a long way to ride together. No sense staying at each other's throats, is there? Let's forget it.
You must be kidding. Now get back over there with the others like I...
Where do you think you're going? Get Lee!
I'm sorry, the horse.
We'll think of something.
What else can we do?
I don't know yet, but struggle.
She was trying to run away again.
You're giving me an awful lot of trouble, Emma. Maybe you just ain't worth it.
Then let me go.
What, so you can tell them where we are? Oh, I used to love you a lot, Emma. And I thought you loved me. Now I just can't trust you. Not at all. Step away from her, Cartwright.
You're insane.
Yeah, I used to love you a lot, Emma. But you just don't listen anymore. And that can't be, honey. That just can't be.
Don't be a fool, Lee.
You get out of my way.
You want to let a posse know exactly where we are?
They're miles from here.
You sure? You want to ruin everything?
All right, Look, tie her up. We'll talk in the morning.
No, now. 3 hours from here is the Rimrock State Station.
Well, why didn't you tell me that before?
I said I'd let you know when I was ready.
Well, you're forgetting that I'm giving the orders.
I'm not forgetting anything. But you want a clear shot at the goal that's going to be there or not?
You saying that I don't know how to handle myself?
No. But I'm the one that knows how things are set up around here. Remember?
Yeah?
Well, if we'd have got up there early and hung around, the operator'd get suspicious. We might wind up fighting for our lives, and that stage would get away. There's no profit in that, is there, Lee?
Maybe you're right.
Now, if we leave now, we'll get there by morning. And that's when the stage is due.
Okay. But I want you up in front, because I'm going to be watching you.
All right.
It appears like this is the last stop, all right. It ain't been long, neither.
Roy, come here. It's the kind of cigar my cousin smokes.
Then he could be with him. Tracks lead off that way.
We better tell Pa.
All right, but we ain't gonna wait for you.
Sure he knows where he's going?
It's an open grave if you don't.
Well, I don't like it. We could be spotted from anywhere up there.
I'll check. Where are you leading us? This ain't a trail.
We're making our own. It's harder for the posse and shorter to the station. Relax, boy. It's my life, too, remember?
We found out where they hid out, Bob, by Old Quarry Road.
What else?
Looks like Will's with them.
We figured you ought to be along.
Now, what about the sheriff?
They went on ahead.
The tracks were heading for the Rimrock area.
How many people?
Just the man and his wife.
All right, let's go easy. Fletch, you take the horses around back.
Well, welcome to Rimrock, folks. I'm Ed Wharton.
Hello there, Ed.
Why don't you all just sit down, huh? Make yourself comfortable. What's your pleasure, sir?
We'd like some whiskey and food.
Oh, right away. Kate's out back stirring up some stew to make you feel like a brand new day. Almost ready now.
Just tell her to wash her hands. There you are.
Hey, mister. I've been on the trail, too. Don't I get any service?
Oh, sure. What do you want?
Give me some cigars.
Oh, right. They're right up here on the shelf. Here you are, sir.
Give me a light. Get the sheriff. These men are wanted for murder. You heard what I said. Get the boy some stew.
Right. I'll go help Kate in the kitchen.
Cigars, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Here, have a cigar.
Thanks.
I believe in Kate. That young fella needs help.
What are you gonna do?
Gonna get some. Now, you keep him busy eating and drinking.
Right. Ed, be careful.
This is the best stew we ever laid eyes on. You be sure and give the little lady here a recipe before we leave.
Glad to.
Gonna bust in on them, surprise them?
I can't do that, not with two women in there. What if we can bluff them out?
You ain't drinking at all.
Well, somebody's got to stay sober.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody's got to stay sober. You're a good man, Cartwright.
Come out with your hands up, all of you.
Who's that? I don't know. I can't see him.
Sounds like my uncle, Ben Cartwright. You said you wanted to meet him. Now's your chance.
Well, Emma, I hope you'll come back to visit us again sometime soon.
Thank you for letting me rest here these last few weeks. You have a lovely ranch, Mr. Cartwright.
Thank you.
And a lovely family.
Oh?
I'll never forget your kindness. I'll never forget anything.
Goodbye, Emma.
All right, up. Hey, Will, I was just wondering, maybe you ought to go on and catch that stage. There'll be another one through here for the next couple of days.
Push, push, push.
Hey, you know, boy, he's got the right name. He's liable to turn into a pretty good Cartwright after all, reckon?
Well, I don't know. You never know. Well, friends and fellow citizens, we're here celebrating the reaching of the halfway point in the building of our new spur for the railroad line. I don't have to tell you how important this new transportation link is to us in terms of the shipping of our timber and ore and cattle. Now, Mr. Tyndall, head of our Merchants Committee, has a few words to say.
Thank you, Ben. In commemoration of this great achievement, I'm asking Na Shan, the foreman of our construction crew, to drive in this silver spike.
Hey! And now, I'd like to thank One Sai, head of the Failing Foy Tong, for his work in completing the job on schedule up to this point.
It has been good to work for men of honor who treat my brothers well. So long as this continues, you need not fear that laziness or sloth will overcome us. The work will be completed on schedule.
Thank you. Well, everything's going real good. I hope it keeps up.
Well, I hope so, too, for your sake. And you put more money and personal prestige into this thing than anybody.
Oh, come on now. We're getting something out of it, too, you know. Railroad's buying our wood for the ties.
It's just a drop in the bucket compared to how much money you got in this thing, Pa. Let's hope nothing goes wrong.
What's everybody being such a gloomy Gus about? We're happy. The investors are happy. One side is happy. Everybody's happy. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, I don't know. Such things as storms, floods, landslides, and other natural calamities.
Now, Adam, you know dang well nothing like that's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I got some very special plans for a celebration as soon as this line's finished.
Yeah, what kind of plans?
You'll find out soon enough, little brother. As a matter of fact, they ought to be coming into Virginia City any minute now.
Well, let's go home. Getting out one of the Wells Fargo's on the Ponderosa route.
Well, it ain't very often, I reckon, that one of your boys gets this kind of a package.
What boy and which packet?
Hoss and her. She's the shipment.
Is this a surprise you were expecting?
There's got to be some sort of mistake. I sent for fireworks.
Nope, no mistake. It says right here on the tag, to Mr. Hoss Cartwright, Esquire, Ponderosa Ranch, near Virginia City, territory of Nevada, United States of America.
But I ordered fireworks.
From the Yippee Trading Company, Canton, China. Here's the bill of lading. One wife to be delivered in good condition.
Wife? Wife? I don't even know her.
Name is Ty Lee. Here's her passport. And you can hand over $37.92. That's the excess baggage charges.
I ordered fireworks, right? Polly, it was like this. See, I seen this advertisement in the San Francisco Argonaut, and it said for $10 I could get this world's greatest display of fireworks from this yippee trading company in Canton, China. So I ordered it so we could celebrate when the spur line was finished, and they got all mixed up, and they sent me this.
You insufferable stuffed artichoke. If you think you dislike having me here more than I dislike being here, you are grossly mistaken.
It talks.
It talks English.
Why not? If you can't, anyone can. I shall use every word at my disposal to express my contempt for wife trading.
Wife trading? Now, see, Paul, that proves it's a mistake. Look, Rafe, just mark it wrong address and send back to sender and just put it back on the wagon.
Oh, no, you don't. At least not in this wagon.
Hoss, maybe you'd better accept the shipment temporarily until we can talk to the authorities.
Well, if it's real temporary.
You dare be supercilious to me.
I ain't super nothing. But I ordered no wife, neither.
Sign here. That'll be $37.92 cash.
I ordered fireworks.
Rafe. Did you say $37.92?
Right.
10, 20, 30, 40. Keep the change.
Thanks.
Fireworks.
Hop Sing! Hop Sing! Where the places are you?
This is very fine place. Typical of rich landowner who live by sweat of others less fortunate.
Hop Sing!
Yeah, well, most of the sweating that's done around here, we do it.
You call Mr. Cartwright?
Yes, I called. Where were you when we were looking in this stuff?
Hola.
This is Miss Ty Lee. She'll be our house guest here for a while. This is Hop Sing, our chief cook and general factotum. Matter of fact, he's the man who runs the household.
Most honored to meet lovely lady whose name mean heavenly pink cloud.
More like grand thunderstorm.
It is nice to meet a countryman in such a far place, but not one in such menial work.
Hop Sing no understand.
Oh, well, Miss Ty Lee means that maybe being a cook is, well, beneath your dignity.
Beneath dignity? Have not give matter much thought.
You will soon. Don't worry. Hoss, you come here. You help me hang this picture?
You want to hang that on the wall? I mean, is it your grandmother or something?
That happens to be the Honorable Miss Lao Chu, president of the Revolutionary and World Remaking Academy for Young Ladies in Fuchao. I should say it used to be in Fuchao.
Excuse me. You're a graduate of... What was the name of that school?
Miss Lao Chu's Revolutionary and World Remaking Academy for Young Ladies. Well, I almost a graduate. See? No bound feet.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean, almost a graduate?
Well, you see, Miss Lao Chu have very progressive ideas. One of them was to eliminate the Dowager Empress of China, Susi. The Dowager Empress struck first.
You mean, Miss Lao Chu paid the supreme penalty?
She lost her head completely. I never got my diploma. All the students were scattered. I ended up in the hands of the infamous Yip He. You bought me from him.
Well, I guess you'd better do penance and hang Miss Louchu. If you don't think that's committing double jeopardy.
Good morning, venerable teacher. I dedicate this day to you, and I promise always to remember your 3 laws of progress. Never mind my own business, never allow people to be contented with their fate, and never be reasonable, for reason leads to compromise, and compromise means defeat.
Out there working on Hop Sing now. Oh, how many she's we got around here? Her, Ty Lee.
Oh, you're making mountains out of molehills. They're fellow countrymen. Just talking.
I don't know, Poet. Seems kind of fishy to me.
Gee, I hope not. I hate fish for breakfast.
Oh, it's too early for those kind of jokes. Let's eat.
That wasn't so bad.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hoss.
Only age knows value of courtesy.
Hey, there's no fruit. Where's the fruit?
I told you there's something fishy going on around here.
I'm saying, you usually have fresh fruit for breakfast. Where is it?
No fruit today.
No hot biscuits? Cold toast.
No fruit. No hot biscuits. No eggs. No nothing, huh?
And no thick slice of ham, fried potatoes, blueberry flapjacks, maple syrup, honey, crabapple jelly, or apricot preserves either, right?
Miss Louchu quote famous Occidental saying, "A laborer is worthy of his hire."
Small pay, small food.
Yeah, well, why all of a sudden? You never complained before.
He was never educated to his poverty before.
I got a half a notion.
Well, you just sit still until you get the other half. Now, maybe Hop Sing deserves a raise. Of course, if we gave him a raise, we'd have to cut out those free trips to San Francisco, cut out squaring those Van Tan losses, and giving him that extra money at New Year's.
Both American and Chinese.
But, Mr. Adam...
That is all, Hop Sing. Dakala. I'm quite prepared to handle all negotiations. Extra men on all branding, roping, and fence mending teams. Better food on the, what you call it?
Chuck wagon. Is that all?
There is one other item.
A pool table here in the bunkhouse.
Oh, what?
A pool table here in the bunkhouse.
How about some dimity curtains on your windows and maybe some little...
Now, wait a minute, Horace, will you?
You wait a minute. Sit down and shut up, Rod.
Leave him alone,
And you too, Clarence, shut up.
Intimidation will get you nowhere.
I ain't tried it yet. But I'm liable to if this continues.
Are you going to beat me?
Not exactly. I'm going to give you a little something that Madame Lao Chu forgot.
What is that?
A good, sound spanking.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, I wouldn't, huh?
Good morning, Hoss.
Morning.
You interested in my poor invention?
Not particular. What is it anyhow?
You just find me a small screwdriver, please. Very small. I have a delicate adjustment to make. Thank you.
Come on now, let me take a look.
Are you sure you want to?
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
What's in it?
music. It was brought to China by a Yankee trader. Listen.
I thought you said you invented it.
I made a few modifications.
Hey, it's Pop Goes the Weasel, ain't it?
Yes. You are a very fine judge of music.
Don't take nothing to figure Pop Goes the Weasel. I see. And I guess that Miss Chia Lu taught you that too, huh?
Yes, Miss Larchford teaches everything.
Good. I hope. I wish. I hope she taught you to swim.
I'll get you for this. Hey, yo, Chile. Come on. Pajane. I'll get you for this.
This humble person requests audience of illustrious host Cartwright, distinguished middle son of household.
Illustrious Mr. Hoss must have read visitor mind. Already hear him approaching with honorable father.
Yeah, she's more humiliated than hurt, but she's sure mad. Oh, now, Sean.
Mr. Cartwright?
Nice to see you.
Sean?
Oh, come on, sit down.
Thank you.
Well, what can I do for you?
You can do nothing, Venerable Sir, but Mr. Hoss can do much.
Me? What?
It concerned grave slip-up in operation of Yip Hee Trading Company of Canton, China.
Did you say Yippee Trading Company of Canton, China?
Some months ago, I made contract with esteemed Yip Hee himself. He is to send me beautiful bride. I am to pay San Francisco agent so many U.S. gold eagles. Well, I pay money, but don't get bride.
Oh, so wasn't that the trading company that...
Yep.
And you heard that Hoss had received what you had expected to receive and didn't, and so you've come to claim her. Is that it?
You hit nail on hit, sir.
Well, old friend, I was never so glad to do a man a favor. See, I ordered these fireworks from the Yippee Trading Company. I never reckoned on the kind I got. No, she's yours. You take her.
First, must make sure goods not damaged.
Oh, question's silly.
It most certainly is. I am not a commodity for international barter. I do not recognize the right of this man to buy me like a cow, any more than that of this man.
Do my eyes deceive me? Moon goddess herself, whom you must surely resemble, would get no more tender treatment from me than you, lustrous maiden.
Why waste time spouting poetic speech? You have not yet mastered simple morality. You think me a bauble to be played with and tossed aside?
I consider you my promised wife, yearn for during lonely nights.
Promise? Not by me. And may I hasten to point out, it is broad daylight.
No, wait a minute. What are you two arguing about anyhow? Why, you're going to have years to do that in.
You don't believe in slavery, do you?
Oh, sort of, on a temporary basis.
What he means, Tylee, is that love makes a slave of us all.
No more foolishness. Man not made to be shamed by woman. We go now.
I go nowhere with you. I stay here on Ponderosa. I make life better for all, not just one man.
No good China girl acts so.
Well, you've never met up with one that was taught by Miss Lao Chu before.
Miss Lao Chu, complete stranger. This woman is bewitched. Honorable Horse Cartwright has put her under spell.
Me?
Oh, now, Sean, you don't believe that. Why, you're an educated man. You're a student. You don't believe any such nonsense, do you?
Not so sure. But men do crazy things for love.
Yeah, but I ain't that crazy yet.
You watch language, you miserable worm.
You see? Already she treat him like husband.
Well, I think we should have a cooling off period.
I stay hot, thank you. Go now. End of story, not yet told.
Tylee, you're going to end up an old maid sure as shooting.
I bet you not.
Oh, Tylee, now Sean is such a wonderful young man. You treated him so terribly.
He's got a good job and a bright future.
Yeah.
Oh? What kind of work he do?
He's the foreman of a railroad construction crew.
Oh, how interesting. Where is this work being done?
Out of Green Meadows, out Otter Creek.
Oh, well, it would be interesting to see how other countrymen work in this new land.
It'd be a whole lot more interesting if you'd go out there and apologize to Nashan.
Sure would.
Oh, I will speak to Nashan. Rest assured.
Well, railroad camp is no place for a young girl to go.
Miss Latch will teach us to handle all men in all situations.
She could.
Pa! Hey, Adam, where is everybody?
What's the matter? Is the woods on fire?
You're not too far from being right. Hey, Pa! Well, she's at it again.
She, who, what?
You got a pretty short memory. Ty Lee.
I was just hoping against hope, that's all.
Not the railroad workers. That's the only thing left.
Nobody else. And if they go along with her, we're in real trouble.
How could one wrong-headed woman make fools of so many men?
Well, I guess you've forgotten about Eve, Cleopatra, and Lucrezia Borgia, hmm?
Not to mention Madame Lao Chu. And it took another woman to nail her.
Now, look, Pa, you're gonna have to take control. You're gonna have to show her who's boss.
I have a feeling she already knows.
You ain't giving up.
Son, we've just begun to fight. I think it's safe to say that. Come on.
You must rise above your suppressors! The history of the world proves that revolution is the only answer to remedy! You must rise against your oppressors!
Listen to me, man. The history of life proved that truth seldom come in fancy wrapping.
Law of failing Foy says brothers must follow master of tongue. I command you, do not listen to silken words.
Who shall you follow? Old man or young woman?
When do we begin to fight, Pa?
Or would it be better to run and fight another day?
You need more money! The bosses come to intimidate you.
Now, wait a minute. How could we four intimidate all of you? We've just come to reason with you and point out that this baby ought to be back in her crib so that grown men could get on with their work.
You are wise not to heed speech of serpent. And this baby not ready for crib yet.
Now, look, I'm talking to these men. Have you decided to follow this Joan of Arc?
That is first true thing you say.
I am addressing myself to them. All right, what is it you want? What are your demands?
We have not yet formulated our demands.
Well, in that case, don't you think the men should continue to work until you do?
No, we shall strike first. Miss Lacho would insist.
All right, Tylee. You've done enough damage for one day. Let's get on home.
As rebel leader, I choose to stay with rebels.
Well, do you think you'll feel as comfortable here as back at the Ponderosa?
It's an awful long way to call for help.
Tylee, it's just as comfortable to negotiate at the house. Now, let's go.
Goodbye for now, my brothers. But I promise, victory shall be ours.
Tylee, how come you met this Miss Lao Chu?
Well, you see, my honorable father was rug trader from Persia. He come to China on business trip. He married my mother. She was Chinese princess. This was against imperial law. Dowager Empress, after I was born, take my honorable father's life. My mother was desperate. She worried for my life, too. Then she learned about Miss La Chu, so with hidden money, she sent me there.
Now, surely your mother didn't send you to Miss Lao Chu to study the art of vengeance.
No. Mother too soft. But Miss Lao Chu, she's strong, like tiger. She say vengeance important part of making revolution.
Seems to me that Miss Lao Chu would have wanted you to be a very good judge of when to make revolutions.
Once I hear, he pretty mad.
That seems to be the normal condition of everybody lately.
Maybe you better come kitchen with Hop Sing.
You want me to run from enemies?
Sure. Hop Sing do all the time.
Once you honor our home. Won't you sit down, please? Would you care for some tea?
No, thank you, honorable master of this dwelling. I put my pride aside to come and beg your intervention with this visitor in your house.
Oh, yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I was just about to discuss the situation with her.
Good. Because I do not know how to discuss business with a woman.
That is because you men have never admitted we have brains.
I know how difficult your coming here must have been for you. But we'll do everything in our power to remedy the situation.
Then ask this person to name her conditions.
Well, Tylee?
I have not yet decided conditions. Tell this person, sign agreement. I will fill in condition later.
Well, I wouldn't do any such ridiculous thing.
Then men strike till you do.
I'm an old man, but my patience grows thin.
Yeah. Once I'll do everything I can to persuade the young lady to act with more consideration for all concerned.
I regret my humiliation in coming here. I should have listened to advice of Tong brothers.
Boss. All right, Miss Tylee, I think the time has come to stop playing games.
I am not playing games.
You have become involved in something far beyond your very immature understanding.
Miss Lao Chu teaches me to understand everything.
I can just understand how that Dowager Empress must have felt.
Please, do not blaspheme.
Howdy, old feller. What can I do for you?
One spoon. Easy. Mr. Horse, he gone. Hab Sing find this one, go dumping out garbage.
What's that got to do with the garbage?
This tongue chopper. Hab Sing find wheelbarrow track leading to wagon track. Maybe they take him to Failing Foy Tong House.
We'll find out about this.
Come the revolution, Miss La Chu teach pupils no more tongue.
You just better hope that nothing has happened to Haas, young lady, because of Miss Lao Chu's teachings.
Prisoner, you've heard me judge you guilty. Have you anything to say before sentence is passed?
Yeah, this ain't constitutional.
I agree. It's highly irregular.
Welcome, Mr. Cartwright. We've been expecting you. Your son is in grave trouble.
Yes, I know, Wansai. But I'm surprised at your methods.
You surprised? But at the last meeting, I told you if your methods failed, I must use age-old methods of Tong.
But why against my son?
Because Na Shan has accused your son of casting a spell over Ty Lee.
Oh, we found Hospon. Let's get out of here.
Only when I say so, gentlemen. Please look behind you.
Once I have a suggestion I would like to discuss.
Can afford brief truce while you expound suggestion.
Thank you. Would you like to see Ty Lee under the influence of a husband?
Would I not? I've already offered prayers to the gracious Kuan Yin. What have you to say to this?
If this person who has bewitched her will fight for her.
Excellent. Agreed.
Paul, wait a minute.
So be it. May the spirits of earth, air, and water favor the better man.
Thank you, my son.
Paul,
Boy, how do you get to be so lucky?
Let's go, son.
Paul, wait a minute. What are you trying to do to me?
Well, Oz, just think of this as a sort of a chess game.
A chess game?
Yeah. Right now, one side's stalemated and you're freed.
Yeah. Yeah, but what's this about having to fight for Ty Lee?
Oh, well, that's another game entirely.
Yeah, and she's the only one that knows the rules.
Well, don't be too short.
Yo, Paul, maybe you ain't gonna show up. It's been a full day already.
Well, 1 day, 2 days, today, tomorrow. He'll show up.
I sure hope you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing, son. Ty Lee is no different from any other woman.
She ain't? Well, up until now, she has been.
Oh, how interesting. You prepare a weapon to fight for me.
Well, I prepare a thing to dig a hole with. A hole that I wish I was in.
I do not understand. You should prepare for a fight. Miss Lodge, you teach, always be prepared. Always be ready to fight for revolution.
Ty Lee, as a student of revolutions, it might be of interest to you to know that this country was born out of a revolution.
Can this be true?
Yes, it can.
Miss Lodge, you never mentioned this.
Well, Miss Lao Chu, notwithstanding to the contrary, etc., it is true. The American Revolution was one of the first great victories for liberty and freedom. So you see, we really don't need anyone to teach us about revolutions and things like that. Although, once you're married, you'll have other things to occupy your mind.
Then I shall not marry. I will not give up work of great teacher.
Well, as I told you before, the immigration office in San Francisco says you either get married or go back to China.
And as I told you before, that is injustice, tyranny, outrage. But it is better than going back to China and having head chopped off like Miss Lao Chu.
Yeah.
Besides, I can easily train husband.
Yeah. You're gonna have to find one first, though.
Where is Nashan? Why has he not come to fight for me?
Well, that just could be that he's got a whole lot more sense than you gave him credit for.
He's probably preparing himself. He'll show up.
He better. I know how to take care of a person who insult me.
Honorable Horse Cartwright.
The moment of decision has arrived.
Horse Cartwright. 為本人名義要殺 Horse Cartwright， 為將來幸福要殺 Horse Cartwright。
What's going on, Pop?
You're about to witness the battle of the century.
Well, what's Hoss gonna fight with, a can opener?
I challenge Horse Cartwright. If you are not coward descended from long line of Singh, come out and fight for Tai Li. And nothing lost in translation.
Look, now, Shan, there ain't no use in me and you batting heads over this little gal. She's all yours anyhow. You just take her, and there ain't nothing lost in the transfer.
Now, hold on there, son. Did you hear what he said about being descended from a long line? You trying to make me out a coward?
No, Pa, but...
You try and make me look undesirable?
No, but couldn't we...
Son, get in there and fight.
Pa, he's got a sword.
Of course. You're not trying to win, are you? Huh?
They fight over me, like two knights fighting over fairy princess.
Son?
You never received firework. I deliver now.
Nasha, you are my hero. I like you pretty much, but Nasha is greatest revolter of all.
I tell you this, best fight I ever lost.
That's something, too. Well, I'm very happy to announce the resumption of work on the railroad spur, and I'm even happier to announce that Tai Li has given up politics in favor of matrimony. Although she unquestionably has left her mark.
That's right. We've got the first pool table in any bunkhouse in the territory.
Even I concede credit for helping Tong brothers get slight raise in pay.
Have Sing getting new stove and cookbook. Cookbook. They any good?
No.
And I have the best of all.
Best yet to come. Miss Lao Chu, keep on wall. She keep away evil spirit.
Well, well, don't feel too bad. You can still write the Yippee Trading Company. We have the 4th of July, you know.
Hey, yeah. Might be sort of interesting to see what kind of fireworks they send this time, huh?